morning, everyone. This is Aubrey, if you don't already know Aubrey.
Hello.
She's joining us here at Glacier National Park area in Montana. She got to go into the park yesterday, or we both got to go into the park yesterday. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Best drive I think I've ever been on at any national park, and that says a lot, but yes. Going to the Sun Road is amazing, so highly recommend it. All right, today we are going to start in a comfortable seated position. Aubrey's going to be on her knees. I'm just going to be in an easy seat. We're just going to do a little bit of warm up to start. So we're going to be doing some stuff on our wrists today. So I'm just going to have you do some wrist circles. Get all those cracks and fun stuff out. Right, and then let's go ahead and do some wrist range of motion. So go ahead and take your hand, push it against your wrist, push it back into extension. And let's go ahead and do that on the other hand. And then let's turn them over and push them into flexion. And the other hand. And get some good range of motion out there so that they're not getting too stiff when we're working today. Okay, let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Hopefully you guys can hear the birds singing this morning. Let's do a little bit of neck stretches. So let's tilt over to your left. And over to your right. Let's go ahead and tilt to our left and take your left hand and put it on your head and kind of give it a little push. Get a little bit extra stretch there. Not too much, just to where it's comfortable and giving you a nice stretch. And then back with your right hand and to the right side with your neck or your head. And then let's go ahead and use our hands to push us forward into a little bit of flexion, bringing your chin down to your chest. And then you can just stretch without your hands back. And back to neutral. All right, so we are going to do a figure of four stretch next. So go ahead and start with your right leg. Put it over your thigh. Get your ankle lined up right above your knee there. And then bring this foot back to wherever you feel like you can get a nice stretch. Okay, and then you're going to put your hands behind you and push yourself forward, pushing that leg into your thigh, pushing your right leg into your left thigh. Pushing forward, getting a good stretch right back here. Now let's go ahead and drop this foot over to the side. That gives us a nice stretch in our hips. And back to the middle. And let's go ahead and put that foot down. And let's do the other foot. So left foot over onto your right knee. Push forward with your arms to get a good stretch the back of that left hip. You can push on this if you need to get more of a stretch, or move this foot like Aubrey just did. I don't know if I said, but Aubrey's my daughter, if you can't tell. She's just some rando I picked up here in the campground to come do yoga with me. Okay. All right, and come back to. All right, we're gonna make our way up to a standing position in a mountain pose. We are gonna start by doing some deep breaths in and out. So let's breathe in, bring your arms up to the top. Breathe out. Yeah, breathe in again. And breathe out. Blow away all those worries and try to remove all that tension. So we're going to do a little bit of rotation here, and we're just going to do it without stopping. So we're kind of just going to swing our arms back and forth. You can try to go farther as you warm up your body a little bit. We're just trying to get a little bit of rotation in there. Okay, go ahead and stop. And then let's just go ahead and bring our arms out and turn behind you. You can look back to your right first. Face as far as you can. It's comfortable. And then let's twist to the other side. Excellent. Back to the middle. So you should be nice and warmed up. So we're going to go ahead and do a few sun salutations this morning. So go ahead and get yourself toward the middle of your mat. Works for me. All right, so deep breath in. Hands down. So standing forward bend. Let's do a little bit of a rest there to just get ourselves stretched out. Go ahead and take your right leg back, then your left leg back. You can stay here in a plank position, or you can drop your knees if that works better for you. Lower down into chaturanga. Up into a back bend, so cobra or upward dog, whatever works for you. And then push your toes up and come into downward dog. Bring your right leg between your hands. Left leg between your hands. Stay in that standing forward bend for another second. Trying to get that all stretched out. And then a deep breath in. And come up to the top. And breathe out. All right, let's do the other side. Breathe in. Breathe out and go down into standing forward bend. Left leg back. Right leg back, weight forward over your palms, down into chaturanga, into your back bend of choice. Tuck your toes, push back into downward dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward. On up, a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Let's do a couple more cycles of those just for fun. All right, breathe in. Breathe out, down into standing forward bend. Right leg back, left leg back. Weight over your hands. Down into chaturanga. I'm going to go up into a high cobra. Tuck your toes. Raise your hips. Downward dog. Right leg forward, left leg forward, back up, and some arms. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Bring your left leg back, right leg back, come down into chaturanga, push up into a back bend. Tuck your toes, raise your hips, do a nice downward dog. Bring your left leg forward and your right leg forward. Come on back up to standing. All right, we're going to do one more set of those. Deep breath in. Breathe out, down into standing forward bend. See if you can't push yourself a little bit to get more of a stretch as we move along. Bring your right leg back. Your left leg back, weight over your hands, down into chaturanga, up into cobra, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. right foot forward, left foot forward, and come back up into our mountain pose. Last side. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Try to get those hands down to the ground. Bring your left leg back, right leg back. Weight over your hands. Down into chaturanga. Up into a back bend. Tuck your toes. Raise your hips. Into downward dog. Let's go ahead and do a little dog walking here, just stretching each side, trying to get that heel closer to your mat if you can. All right, let's come down on our knees and sit back for a second. Do a little bit of stretches of those wrists again, just rotating them around, give them a little shake out before we go into our little vinyasa sequence. All better? All right. So let's push ourselves back into downward dog. And we're going to go ahead and bring your right leg forward. Go ahead and align that back leg and cartwheel your arms up into, yep, wrong way. Oh, yeah, we're backwards. Oh. Up into warrior two. All right. Hello. And then let's go ahead and do a triangle. So what you want to think when you do a triangle is you're going to straighten this front leg, and then you're going to take your hand and you're going to pretend like someone's pulling you forward before you come down. Try to keep your body so that you're in a side bend position versus coming forward. If you can only go to here, that's fine. Just come down as much as you can. You can be touching your arm or touching your leg, or like Aubrey is, she's got her hand out to the side. You can have it pushing down, whatever works for you. Come back up to warrior two, and come on back down to downward dog. All right, now go ahead and bring your left leg forward, and bring your arms up to warrior two. Nice and strong in your warrior two. Remember, you want to have your heels aligned. Keep this knee from going over your toes. And then go ahead and straighten that front leg. Pretend someone's pulling you forward and come into triangle. That feels like a nice stretch for me today. Good. All right. Bring your hand back up. Bend your knee into warrior two. And let's come on back down to downward dog. Let's go ahead and bring our right leg up. This time let's open that hip up, trying to keep your weight even between your hands, not leaning too much to the side. Go ahead and bring that forward. Cartwheel your arms up to warrior two. Remember, wobbles are helping your body get better balance. Straighten that front leg. Drop your front arm. Into triangle. And then let's go ahead and bring that arm down, and we're going to do a reverse triangle. So bring your hip back. Try to get a nice stretch across the front hip. All right. Back into warrior two. And bring your hands down and come back to downward dog. Go ahead and bring up your left leg. Open that hip up. Again, trying to keep your body centralized over both hands. Bring that leg forward. Arms up into warrior two. Go ahead and straighten that front leg. Bring your arm forward. Come on down. Aubrey's finding out what it's like to try to do yoga on uneven surfaces. It's a little bit different than it is in the comfort of your own on flat surfaces. All right, and let's go into a reverse triangle. Stretch that front of your body. And let's bring our arms down and come back into downward dog. job. All right. Right leg up. Open up that hip. Bring it forward into warrior two. Okay, this time we're going to go ahead and turn both our sets of toes forward. Put your legs out to your comfort level. So if you feel like you need to bring them a little closer together to feel like your balance is better, for me, I feel like the farther they are apart, the more stable I am. Just sometimes I can't get all the way back up, so it happens. All right, so go ahead and bring your body forward. You can grab onto the back of your legs to pull you closer. You can put your hands down. You can try to bring your hands behind you to help bring your body further down. Just do what you can. Stretch that works for you. While we're here, let's go ahead and take a deep breath in and do a halfway lift. So, up a little. Tension goes. See if you can get a better stretch. Okay, you can use your hands to push you back up if you need to. Come back up into warrior two. And then bring your arms down and back into downward dog. Let's do the left leg. Bring that up. Open up that hip. Stretching out the outside. Bring that leg between your hands. Come up to warrior two. Nice deep stretch. Try to increase this as we go along. Giving yourself a little bit more range of motion there. And straighten up that leg. Turning your toes toward the side. Bring yourself down into a wide-legged fold. Feels good today. All right. Go ahead and use your hands to push you back up into a warrior two position. And bring your hands down. Back into downward dog. Everyone's favorite. All right. And let's go ahead and lift that right leg. Open it up. Bring it forward between our hands. Come up into warrior two. Turn your toes. Down into a wide-legged fold. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do either ninja or you can just do a side lunge, whatever works for you. So you're going to go ahead and lunge toward the back of your mat. If you can't go down too far, you can stay here. You can use an arm on your thigh. You can keep an arm on the ground, or you can do what Aubrey's doing and going to ninja. And you can even point your toes to the top, so that'll give some external rotation on this leg, which will stretch out your inner thigh too. That works for you. And then let's go ahead and come up and shift our body forward and do the reverse. Nice stretch on that inner thigh. Again, if you need to be up here, that's totally okay, as you're working yourself toward getting better mobility. Okay, go ahead and push yourself back up into that wide-legged fold. Come up into warrior two. And down into a downward dog. Leg up, open that hip, bring it between your hands, come into a warrior two. Go ahead and turn your toes down into a wide-legged fold. And then let's go ahead and do those ninjas again. So go back of your mat first, stretching out this front leg. Body back over to the front. Stretch out your back leg. Push yourselves up back into your standing forward bed position. This will be our last one, so go ahead and try to get the best stretch you can. Stretching out that back. All right, and then up to a warrior two. Cartwheel your hands forward and step downward dog. Let's do one more little dog walking here where you're giving those heels some extra love. Trying to get down. And then you can bring either walk your feet forward or jump your feet forward up into a standing forward bend position. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath in and come up because we've been upside down for a bit. Check out we have an audience. Fan club. Our dog over there. Alright, so we are going to come down into our standing forward bend again. We're going to do a little bit of twisting. So go ahead and take your right hand and put it in the middle of the mat, or between your toes I should say, and then raise your other hand up. Trying to keep your legs straight if you can. You can be up on your fingers if you need to. Stretch. And then bring your left hand down, right leg up. And then we are going to move our way into a yogi squat. So you can leave your hands down. This is a yogi squat. So if you need to leave your hands down, that's totally fine. You can put your hands here. You're supposed to be able to get those heels down, but we do not have that genetic capability apparently. Oh, look at you. Aubrey's working on it. You're not happy. So, while we're here, and if you are using your hands to hold you up, you can go ahead and just do one wrist at a time. But we're going to put a little bit of weight through our wrists. So, we want to make sure those are nice and stretched out. And then we're going to take our left hand down and bring our right arm up into a little twist there. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Bring that hand down to the center. Bring our other hand up. Get a nice twist. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bring your hands down to the center. And now we're going to attempt a little balance fun. It is totally fine if you can't do this. Aubrey was just telling me a couple weeks ago that this one's hard for her. I'm going to scoot back on my mat a little bit. So, if you do it a crow position, which is, it's called a crow position, if you are straight onto your arms. So you're going to try to bring the weight of your arms or your legs onto your upper arms. I do more of what's called a hen position. I put my hands down, and I'm going to rock forward to get them up on here. And I'm at more of a hen because I have my legs in an angle. So as you see, Aubrey's been doing yoga for a long time and she struggles with this as well. So it's really just about trying to get some weight into there. So even if you just lean forward and you leave a toe down to give her your balance, you're gonna really feel, I don't know, I feel like a badass when I do crow. So it's kind of cool. Like you feel like you can put weight through there. I've been able to stay in that position for up to 30 seconds, which is pretty cool. So go ahead and give yourself a couple attempts to try to put some weight through your hands. And try to feel like a badass. All right. You gonna get it?
I got it for like 2 seconds.
2 seconds is good. Yep. Or you could do a somersault. See? All fine. So, I gave them a homework assignment to try that over the summer for my class at work. So, hopefully you've been trying it out a little bit. And having a good time. All right, you can go ahead and make your way back into a cobbler's pose. Whew. It's feeling nice to sit down after all those downward dog poses, I'm sure. So, bring your heels up toward your body as much as you can. You can grab hold of those hands if it helps you to help pull yourself forward. Nice stretch in your legs. And we're going to do a little hip opening sequence to help us get our body ready for some Shavasana. All right? So let's move from cow cobbler's pose into a staff pose, and then back to a cobbler's pose. Then we'll go from cobbler's pose into a staff pose, and we're going to come up into a boat pose. So bring your legs up, really focus on those ab muscles. Try to get your legs either somewhat slightly bent or straight, whatever works for you. Come then down into cobbler's pose, out into a wide angle seated position. Come forward as you can. Come back into cobbler's pose, back to staff pose, and back to cobbler's pose. These are kind of repetitive, but all that movement really helps loosen up everything in your hip muscles. You can feel some increased mobility and less hip tightening that we get as we get older. Aubrey's too young to know what that feels like yet. Yay for her. All right, so we're going to go back into a staff pose. Come up into a boat pose. If you want to challenge yourself, you can go to a low boat. Back up into boat, out to wide angle seated pose. All right, this time let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out and try to sink forward. You can also use your hands to push on your feet, which will help bring you forward. And then come back to a cobbler's pose. Back to a staff pose, and back again to cobbler's pose. Okay, we're gonna go cobbler's pose, straight into boat this time for extra fun. Go ahead and come out to a wide angle pose, and we're gonna do a little rotation. So let's rotate to your right first. So put your right hand behind you. You can just keep your left hand in front of you and get that to help you twist. You can put it on your leg. And come back to the center. Let's go to the other side. Left right hand behind you. Right hand wherever works for you to get you more torque to turn your body to the side. Behind you. Come on, back forward. Bring your feet back to cobbler's pose. Back to staff pose, back to cobbler's pose. Let's just go straight out to that wide angle seated position again. Let's go ahead and go over to our right. So you can have your hand on your foot to help bring you there. Aubrey's got her hand behind her, so everybody's different. What works for you? Target area is stretching out this hip right here. And then let's go over to the other side. And come back up to the center. Back to cobbler's pose. Back to staff pose. Back to cobbler's pose. Back to our wide angle position. This time what we're going to do is we're going to take our right leg and bring it in, so that we just have a one-legged wide angle fold. And then we're going to turn our body towards this leg. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Come forward. Trying to bring your nose to your knee, which is a challenge. So just aiming for bringing your nose towards your knee is fantastic. And come on back up. Go ahead and put that leg back. Bring this leg in. We've got wildlife over to the side here. I think it was maybe an elk. Not sure. An elk or a deer. Not sure. All right, and let's go ahead and turn our body toward your right leg. Forward, working on getting that knee towards your nose. And then come back up to the center. Cobbler's pose. Staff traveler's pose. Our little wildlife left us. We were told there was a grizzly bear over by this campground not too long ago, so we were just hoping he didn't show up today. All right, so that is the conclusion of the yoga part. So we are going to go ahead and go into our shavasana. So go ahead and get yourself in a comfortable seated position or a comfortable laying down position, whatever works for you. I'm going to stay upright. And let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Go ahead and let your arms relax. Legs relax. You can bring your legs up and let them fall out. You can bring your legs up and let them fall into the center. Whatever is comfortable for your body. Go ahead and think about letting all the tension, let your body relax and fall toward the ground. Just be present here. Let your mind calm and your body calm after all that good stretching. I'm going to give you a few minutes to relax. attempting crow or hen or whatever variation you're doing again. And hopefully if you fall forward, you do a beautiful somersault like Aubrey did. It's fantastic. So, all right, friends, I will see you soon. I will try to record next week in Minnesota. So, all right, see you guys later. Bye.